Ladies and gentlemen, my mate, Tony Wilson!
Roll your lazy river, a lifeline to the sea. I wish that I knew the stories it could tell me. Time goes slow, don't you know? I know there's no way you would ever wait for me. 100,000 sons and daughters that stood by your shore. The hopes, dreams and wishes carried on the tide's roar. The busy quayside filled with schooners, ghost of memory now. For all the good you've done for man, you have the right to be proud. Roll the crazy railroad from city to the town. I wish that I knew the tales of all that you've done. Time goes slow, don't you know? I know there's no way you would ever wait for me. You said wheels in locomotion, ninth wonder of the age. History in the making, you rewrote each page. Your rails broadened horizons throughout the world. For all the good you've done for man, you have the right to be proud. Roll your busy highway from city to the world. I wish that I knew the tales of all that you've heard. Time goes slow, don't you know? I know there's no way you would ever wait for me. No one's trapped by their surroundings, there's freedom in the road. No rules and no boundaries, just a road leading home. There's movement in change, times can't stand still. There's always one more road, just one more steep hill. Roll a lazy river slowly to the sea. I wish that I knew the stories you could tell me. Time goes slow, don't you know? I know there's no way you would ever stop for me. Well, I'm actually from beside the Tyne, but that song's called The Song for the River Tees. And quite often you get people say to you, they just phone you up and say, you can write songs, so I want you to write 4 songs about Stockton. Because they're going to have some 17 and 18-year-olds come in, and they're going to be doing a project about Stockton and Teesside and the River Tees. So again, I wasn't given an awful lot of time, but I wrote 4 songs, and the mayor was going to be there, very excited. And I'd bought a special like guitar synthesizer that made the guitar sound like an orchestra, and a special amp. And we're waiting there, and the sound check goes on, and in walks 154-year-olds. so they didn't get to hear that song. But it was quite funny. Okay. These are a series of very recent songs that I've written. This one has a chorus which is "We live to love another day," a very gentle song. And sometimes we make the right decisions. How could that possibly happen? It goes, we live to love another day. We live to love another day. Where have you been all my life? From better times, what happened then, we will know again. Sleep well in your dreams, we live to love another day. We live to love another day. And each time we stumble and fall, we'll be there to hear the call. In a heartbeat's breath, we'll find the strength. Sleep well in your dreams, we live to love another day. We live to love another day. Memories we hold dear will live in laughter's tears, and in the good will cause a flood. In a heartbeat's breath we'll find the strength. Sleep well in your dreams. We live to love another day. We live to love another day. There's no way too long with you by my side, no path too dark will be our guide. What happens now, we will know again. Sleep well in your dreams. We live to love another day. We live to love another day. May we see the dawn in each other's eyes. We live the strength from better times. What happened then, we will know again. Sleep well in your dreams. We live to love another day. We live to love another day. I do love this instrument. It's kind of up. I got this at the same time as the Beverly Hillbillies were very popular on the television. Yeah, I'm so pleased somebody knows who that is. And what happened was, it's not like it is now, where you can sort of switch the Google on. I know you young people with your phones, and then somebody got me the Pete Seeger How to Play the 5-String Banjo book. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it yet. Big red book and a record to go with it. And my favourite thing was, after 6 months, the best I could manage was a pretty good American accent. You know, so it was like, I pick up the banjo like it shows in the picture and tune up. But this is from a lady called Sylvia. And what happened was, she lived... Has anybody ever been up to Newcassel? Yeah. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you're not at school, you don't have to put your hands up, and it's rubbish. And it's rubbish for the CD, by the way. So, yeah. And what happened was, just on the outskirts between Newcastle and Gateshead, there's a foundry that's right on the outskirts of Gateshead, where they used to sort of press and roll steel. And her husband worked there, and then she joined him. This was in the late 50s, early 60s. And then when steel was being taken out of the country, they decided to have aluminium being smelted there, right in the middle of a city. And then after that, when that wasn't doing too well, they decided to do lead. And then after that, they thought, let's do asbestos. What could possibly go wrong? Okay? And it's about her. And it has got a chorus which is... Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. We'll just have a quick practice for level. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. Give it a try. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. You're really good. What are you going to do tomorrow night? Will you come with us? Okay, here we go. So I see changes all of the time. Keep your picture by the table. You always love to eat. When I close my eyes, I see you sitting in your favorite seat. We met in the Rondy Cafe with the cups and the smoke and the steam. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. And biking was your passion. You and your dad, just like kids, took for granted, hardly noticed all that your mum did. That's the way that it was. We knew our place. We would wash, we would cook, we would clean. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. And we found ourselves as a family. It was there in the blink of an eye. No longer just we two, no longer just you and I. We worked to give them everything, the best that we could bring. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. And we worked all through their childhood with asbestos, aluminium and lead. Work was dirty, work was dangerous, but that was just what it did. I would put my mind to anything for my family if I chose to. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. Now my life is filled with rainbows that I knit and stitch and sew. Make money for others, but there's one thing I know. If I get a bill and just can't pay, they can sing for another day. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. This estate has grown up around me. 60 years I've lived in this place. Eat alone and talk to your picture and imagine that smile on your face. Don't need a paper to tell me no lies. See it with my own eyes. Nothing stays the same in this life. I see changes all of the time. Nothing stayed the same in my life. I made changes all of the time. Thank you very much. Do you want to put the lights out there? I'll dim them down a little bit. Thank you. Let's see if this makes a difference on the CD. It's not a pantomime. Don't you start, Keith Donnelly. Okay. It's funny that what used to happen was I would go to folk clubs when I first started off, and I would walk in and people would say, I'd say, I've come to sing tonight. Yes, everybody pays. And you'd say, well, no, I've come. Yes, everybody pays. And this happened to me about 6 weeks ago. I was booked, and I went in, and I said, like, I'm booked to play. They said, yeah, but everybody pays. No. So in the end, like, I thought the only way I'm going to get past this fella at the door was to give him me £5 to get in. And then when they announced my name and I stood up, I could see his face. But you know what? I had the last laugh because I made an extra £5. That never gets a laugh. The song's called I'm As Famous As My Mailman. all day, you'd see my name in lights. All I got is older and backside of my eyes. I've heard tell what you give, what you get. I give them my best, I ain't seen nothing yet. So I'm as famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. Famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. I try to tell myself that I just don't care. At least with the mailman, people know that he's there, delivering bad news almost every day. You don't know his face, you don't know his name. So I'm as famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. I know this drinking's gonna drag me down. I'm slowly turning into a red-nosed clown. Catch my reflection, see a broke-down boozer. Perhaps I'll make it as the old-time loser. I'm as famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. I heard he was robbed and got into a fight. Some guy who pulled a gun, some dude with a knife. I thought that being a mailman was much, much safer. At least he got his face all over the local paper. I'm as famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. I sung my songs for fame and glory. All again is don't call us the same old story. There's some other out there with more fame than he can take. I'm going out to get a slice of his cake. I'm as famous as my mailman. My future bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. Famous as my mailman. My future's bride's a rusty dollar on a 5-and-dime store. Don't you dare record that. Okay, sometimes we make wrong decisions. That's not really much better than the others, is it? This is another song. I just don't know if you'd ever tell me, day that it all fell apart. Did you hold that minute? Did you touch that hour when we broke our heart? Don't tell me now you never loved me, never could have traveled this way. We longed for minutes, we fought for hours, we loved all our days. And don't tell me now you never loved me, never could have traveled this way. There'd have been no minutes, there'd have been no hours, no memories of days. If I ever hurt you, can I please say I'm sorry? Didn't mean to end it this way. We longed for minutes, we fought for hours, we loved all our days. Wish there was surprise in your eyes as I tell you. Somehow I think that you know. This is a minute, this is the hour. Please try to cry as I go. minute did you touch that hour when we broke our heart. Stop shouting at me, you never loved me, never could have travelled this way. We longed for minutes, we fought for hours, we loved all our days. I just don't know if you'd ever tell me, day that it all went astray. We've had our minutes, we've had our hours, now we've had our day. What happened was, when I was practicing on the mandolin and on the banjo, when I lived in Leeds, we lived in this back-to-back, and the letterbox flapped open, because in this house there was a guitarist, a violinist, an accordion player, mandolin player, banjo player, and me as well, sort of on banjo. And the letterbox flapped open, and there was a voice at the other side going, "I hope you're bloody satisfied. We're moving now. It weren't the other instruments, it were the bloody banjo." So I'd just like to say, if you lived at 49 or 53 Ganton Mount, Leeds 6 in 1973, it was me, okay? And the second tune's called Jim's Jig, for a friend of mine who we were playing out of Cayley, and we discovered that, we found out that he died. And just as I was thinking about him before the Cayley started, I wrote the tune. And thinking about him, and then we played the tune, and we had like hundreds of people all dancing. And I just thought, well, what a great way of remembering like a very good friend. Anyway, here we go. Very intrigued by this. And what she did, that's giving it away. What this person did, we'll edit that, okay? Yeah. We're going to edit that. So, we need to stick together. Oh, I like the way that you all nodded there. Yeah, well, we do need to stick together. Yeah. the plough. In the din of the factory, they would never break their vow to give flight to the feelings, for no one's ears but theirs, to relive their joys, their memories, their laughter and their cares. Feel their words upon our lips in this moment, proud and strong. And what draws us ever nearer will never make us part. Like those who led before us, we will sing it from their hearts. Let's raise our voices higher, ever clearer, proud and strong. For the only thing that matters is the singer and the song. The only thing that matters is the singer and the song. Their lives, their hearts, their history will know from words gone by. An unbelieving, curious class believed it as a lie, that these untutored heart souls who worked in field and fold knew the depths of their emotions in the song that could be told. Feel their words upon our lips in this moment, proud and strong. And what draws us ever nearer will never make us part. Like those who led before us, we will sing it from their hearts. Let's raise our voices higher, ever clearer, proud and strong. For the only thing that matters is the singer and the song. The only thing that matters is the singer and the song. Pay no heed to how the song is sung on reed string, heart or bow. We can reach back to their feelings, reap the words that they did sow. We'll never know their faces, these voices from the past. Take their words, take their stories, make sure that they will last. Feel their words upon our lips in this moment, proud and strong. And what draws us ever nearer will never make us part. Like those who led before us, we will sing it from their hearts. Let's raise our voices higher, ever clearer, proud and strong. For the only thing that matters is the singer and the song. Oh, the only thing that matters is the singer and the song. Let's not leave their voices silenced, locked on darkened page. We can reach back to their feelings, their fears and their rage. So let us join together, let voice and heart would fly. We owe it to their memory, this birthright will not die. Feel their words upon our lips in this moment, proud and strong. And what draws us ever nearer will never make us part. Like those who led before us, we will sing it from their hearts. Let's raise our voices higher, ever clearer, proud and strong. For the only thing that matters is the singer and the song. The only thing that matters is the singer and the song. And it was a friend of mine who said, could you write the songs from these interviews? I said, yeah, that's fine. I says, how many are there? He says, there's 11. I says, oh, that's fine. He says, I said to him, like, how long have I got? He says, about 12 days. So really what happened was, in that time, I didn't actually write all 11 of them. I did manage 9, which I thought was quite something. But one of the ladies who was interviewed was called Grace, and you can hear it when you listen to the interview that the interviewer was asking her about her life, and it goes a bit like this. So what did you do? Well, me dad and I didn't get on very well, so he sent us to a monastery in London where I was going to learn about childcare. And when I hit 16, they said, you'd better leave. So I got a job as an understairs maid in Buckingham Palace. But, and you can hear like the interview going, but all of the guardsmen were a little bit too keen on me. So they said, what you need to do is you need to go back home. Well, what happened was I met some of the people who'd come down in the Jarrow marches, some of those who hadn't sort of found jobs in Kent and places like that, and I had to come back with them. And then she took a breath, okay? So this is a song about her life, and it's called Watch for the Ginger Sergeant. I'm so pleased you asked. When you tell young people they think you're mad, the moan, the groan, they've got it so bad. No one thinks that times were hard. 2 up, 2 down, 1 tap in the yard. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. School taught me nothing, but I learned so much. Feisty firecracker tended to the touch. Swore I'd never be back again. I'd be back, only God knew when. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. The daughters of the cross gave me a safe home. Far from me dad fighting women and men. The ginger sergeant never wanted to fail. If he ever lost, he threw you in jail. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. Strength in the cross in the dark of the smoke. Of guards on parade, hearts of oak. An eye for a girl so far from home. Crown of a job, but I was too young. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. The marchers went to the palace so grand, asking for work, no caps in their hand. Some stayed there proud of what they'd done, but the rest like me crept back to their home. Had to watch for your dad and his temper. Watch for the sergeant, his being so ginger. Watch for the guardsman on parade. Watch your back, keep all your debts paid. Now I've known tragedy, grief and pain. Without the church in me life, I couldn't tell a tale. So proud of me family, each and every child. Life's better now, did something right. I had to watch for me dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant his being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch him and keep all your debts paid. Had to watch for your dad and his temper, watch for the sergeant his being so ginger, watch for the guardsman on parade, watch him and keep all your debts paid. Well sung. So I was driving back from the sing-around thinking, I've just been singing the most traditional songs you can ever possibly imagine. And then I thought about when I was in Germany and all of these people who, there is a point to this, by the way, who were sort of like kind of these hangers-on. They were all devilishly handsome, but reprobates, each and every one of them. And I was wondering where they were, and I thought of a song that one of these lads, who, when we were in Gottenheim, he was an Irish lad called Frank Smith, which is like a gypsy name. So anyway, so I was thinking about this Frank Smith and where he was and whether he's like still devilishly handsome. And this song came into my mind. It's called A Storm in a Pint Pot. If I passed you on the street, would you remember me? Has time been kind, or are you adrift on life's sea? And are you still handsome, or are you washed up, broken by my door? The girls still think you're pretty, or are you lost on some stranger's shore? You would shine in the dark with nothing to lose, hellbound and hellbent, but gone when all hell broke loose. It was the stuff of fables, the pagan stealing the lies. The wildest flame always burns brightest, just waiting for the circus to come to town. For a moment we burned bright as the dawn, and we were so sure this time would always be ours. We were old enough to know so much better, and too young to never give a damn. An open hand was always taken as given. You would forgive, but never forget. It was life at full speed on each other's songs. We knew in our heart this time would never be long. Charming jesters, rogues and queens, the lot of you, shooting stars in the darkest of nights. What's one more mouth to feed with such stories? Your voice is still with me now. No see you again, no tartines, no goodbye, adios, au revoir. Truth be known, we knew it as a lie. You drank from the bottle at our table, enjoyed your company for which we would pay. You turn heads for all the If I passed you on the street, would you remember me? Has time been kind, or are you adrift on life's sea? But in my mind, you'll always be handsome, rakish clowns and so full of life. We lived through the famine and the glory. I'll smile when I think of your face. Like, I did get me wish to get a concertina, and I bought this in 1979 for £11. Can you imagine that? £11 for a fully functioning concert. Well, it didn't have handles, and the bellows were a bit leaky, and a couple of the keys stuck. But I mean, apart from that, it was perfect. This is another one of those songs, and this is for a lady called Margaret. There should have been an advisory notice with them, because Margaret's tale was incredibly harrowing, and I wrote a song that I think would have made Leonard Cohen cry, to be perfectly honest. And I played it to her, and she said, "Well, I bloody don't like that one." So I said, "Well, what would you like?" She said, about this terribly tragic life. She said, "I'd like something a little bit more jaunty." So I wrote this one. It's called The Alfred Street Girl, which is where our mother used to live from being a child, and all of her family lived in that place. But she never knew my mother. But anyway, it's just repeat the last line. It's got a refrain. Yes, insert own joke here. Yeah, it usually gets a bigger laugh, but I'm. Through sunshine and laughter, the heartache and rain, so much is lost, but there's so much to gain. From tales that were told as a story unfurls, she made our lives richer, the Alfred Street Girl. She made our lives richer, the Alfred Street Girl. The Alfred Street Girl, as a child she would play on streets that were cobbled, and there she would stay. From baby to childhood, through ribbons and curls, this place knew her footsteps, the Alfred Street Girl. This place knew her footsteps, the Alfred Street Girl. Generations would talk of how she would grow, her songs and her laughter, her skin white as snow. This place was a story, this place was a world. In my mind I walk with her, the Alfred Street Girl. In my mind I walk with her, the Alfred Street Girl. As a woman, her steps ran to rain and to sun, from schoolgirl to mother, the pain and the fun, the births and the passing, the tale she could tell. On my mind I walk with her, the Alfred Street Girl. In my mind I walk with her, the Alfred Street Girl. Now the streets have all gone, her footsteps no more. She's more than a memory that just went before. The Alfred Street Girl's tale, a short one to tell, but she lived and she died as the Alfred Street Girl. But she lived and she died as the Alfred Street Girl. Through sunshine and laughter, the heartache and rain. So much is lost, but there's so much to gain. From tales that were told as a story unfurls, she made our lives richer, the Alfred Street girl. She made our lives richer, the Alfred Street girl. I'll sing this song, but I want you to understand it's not about a person, okay? I'm not trying to baffle you or anything like that, but I just want you to think that this kind of like level of spite and bile, now I've got your interest. This level of spite and bile is about a person. It's called Stones and Sticks. I've tried so many times to leave you, and still you won't let me go. To leave these scabs and scars behind, there'd be nothing left to show. But I'd still know, and you'd remind me. You hold my very heart, my soul, in your icy, careless hands. Your voice taunts everything I do. Your grip denies what I am, and I defy you. But my constancy betrays me. I've tried so very hard to leave you, and still you won't let me go. You turn your eyes from the love I bring, and just feed from my pain. And I despise you, and your smile betrays you. Oh, and I'll fall helpless, floundering in your curses. Your laughter weighs me deeper down. With your fatal, fascinated gaze, you smirk while I drown. And you repulse and you destroy me, and you no longer care. I've tried so many times to leave you, and still you won't let me go. To leave these scabs and scars behind, there'd be nothing left to show. And your kiss burns, and my smile betrays me. I'm going to finish with a happier song. I don't think there could be a sadder one. This one's called Wistful Thinking, and songs come from all kinds of different places. And my sister Anne found a photograph of me and her and our mum and dad from the 50s. I know you can't believe it, you know? Yeah, that we had photographs at that time. But this song kind of fell under my fingers. And after a 25-year non-writing of songs for grown-ups, this song came about. Still very new. I smile and I dream, skin powdered so much, your hand always there, longing for your touch. You would count me to sleep round gardens and stars. These finger rhymes would always be ours. And you'd never lose the thrill, my hand held in yours. You praised each step as we walked through the shared years. Myself lost in life's lazy dream, your memory still leads me, your touch still guides work so hard, I'd reach for his touch, so high, so far, and by summer's end, so soft, so white, with each passing year, could look into his eyes, and I'd never lose the thrill, my hand held in his touch to guide me, his touch the greatest gift. Now that I find myself lost in life's lazy dream, his memory still leads me, his touch still guiding me. You've all taught my hands, taught me so well, I've reached so far, my own children held, and I've known their look as I reach for the sky, watch them grow, look me in the eye, and I'll never lose the thrill, your hands held in mine, my turn to guide you, to teach you to take the time. Now that I find myself lost in life's lazy dream, your memory still leads me, your touch still guiding me. Became a father to the man who touched the world, took the hand of a woman, once a girl. My turn to guide you, let you sweetly rest. You held my hand first, I touched yours last. And silently we lived the thrill, your hand held in mine, my turn to guide you, no longer beside me. You taught me to drift and love, life's a lazy dream, run fingers through time, love those who would reach to you. Now my hand's so old, you're so new, there's much to learn, I'll teach you all the lessons I've earned from ones you'll never know. You'll know their touch, together we'll grow. And I'll relive the thrill, your hand held in mine, your turn to guide me, to teach me to take the time to see the world through newly opened eyes, run fingers through time, love those who would reach to you. You are so kind, thank you. To finish off, this is a song which also comes from that Home is Where the Heart Is. It's for a fella called Alan. And Alan used to be a biker in his younger days, okay? A bit of a biker, a bit of a lad. And now he's got like a scooter. But he's still he's a bit like James Dean. James Dean on on his scooter. He's absolutely amazing. He's marvellous. And this song's called "I've Still Got My Tomorrows," and the chorus is "Still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays." Now, you've all been singing beautifully, okay? I want some deep down and dirty voices for this, okay? Back in the throats, a bit of growling, okay? Bring out the the inner James Dean of you, okay? So, but thank you once again. Here we go. I'm the oldest and still here, just doing the best I can. When rock and roll was king, I was your man. I'm remembering all my younger days. Once I was as strong as my dad's pit pony. Struggle on, lads, hard with all the roads been stony. Still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Here we go. I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. God and bother with my brother, just kicking the can. Sneaking in the pictures, always looking for the man. Good times together, but we were trouble. Playing footy in crutches, a leg in a plaster. Life was for living, time never your master. Still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Elvis and Big Bopper, trouble with the coppers. Money was tight, but the bonuses were better. I'm trouble with a capital T. Good laughs about the old times that kept me going. Sorry if I hurt you, I just love laughing. Still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Out in all the weathers with the horse and cart, the puddle paper line just up and a half. I'm remembering my younger days. First in line to try anything for a laugh. Can't forget the netty and the old tin bag. I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. I got trouble with my legs, I got trouble with my heart, trouble with my knees, but don't start on me. I've always been trouble with a capital T. Well, they say this life's in the lap of the gods. If it came right down to it, I don't like your odds. I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. I know more about the hospital than my own home. Don't get out much, not so easy to roam. I'm remembering my younger days. My eyes ain't like some slick sharpshooter. You'd better watch out, I'll mow you down with my scooter. Oh well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Oh well, I still got my tomorrows to remember my yesterdays. Can I just ask you, have you been waiting all this time to say that?
He said, I probably won't do an encore because it'll sound cheesy, but you will get me to do an encore.
Can I take this out? Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. This is one, so like, pay no mind to the way life treats you. Further down this road, I'll see you again. A glass to those.
The levels are different for the
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. You're so meticulous. Can you please give a big round of applause for Bill for doing this?
Is that who that is? I knew I recognised that.
Yeah. I don't want.
Just one we recorded earlier.
Yeah. I don't want to be piggy, but his applause is slightly louder than mine.
further away.
But he was further away. Yeah, that's because it's close to your head. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. That sounded very like Elvis. Thank you very much. Last to those thoughts, all ever unspoken, adieu to friendships never returned, and savour the kindness of those good friends who abide in us further down this road. Further down this road to see you again. Further down this road, further down this road, to see you again. Companions and strangers, this hour of a parting, all headlong down, past that we chose. The sound of your laughter makes leaving so much harder. Further down this road, further down this road, to see you again. Pay no mind to the way life treats you. Further down this road. Parting wishes were fond as your greeting. Touch of your hand, it lingers in my mind. Oh, happy to meet, there's sorrow in the leaving. Further down this road, further down this road, to see you again. Further down this road, further down this road, to see you again. At last to those thoughts, all ever unspoken, adieu to friendships never returned, and savour the kindness of those good friends who abide in us further down this road, further down this road, to see you again. Pay no mind to the way life treats you. Further down this road, further down this road, I see you again. Oh my dear. Wow.
Right, we'll have a short break now, then we'll do the second half. I just want to get the thumbs up from Bill. That's. Are you happy?
Oh, good.
All right, well, great. In which case, ladies and gentlemen,
Eat.
thank you so much. Give yourselves a clap. That was great. I knew you'd enjoy it. I didn't know you'd enjoy it that much. So thanks very much.
I'm going to break ranks here. I'm going to do a traditional song. And this song is called the Newcassel China Mettle Garland. It's worth it for your faces, if nothing else. Porcelain china was a very prized possession. And like many things, it takes a long time for it to reach the northeast. We've only just got the number 5 in electricity. So this is about a man who says, would you like to marry me? And the girl says, yes, but where's your china metal? And he says, that's fantastic. What are you going on about? And what ensues is the rest of the story. I found this in a parish magazine in Low Fell one time when I was waiting for the bus. So I went into the local library. So songs come from all sorts of different places. It's called the Newcassel China Mettle Garland. Mary was buxom, gay and airy. Harry was countrified as can be. His manners were rough, his wits were muddy. When Harry first beheld his love, the sweetest of words he then did move her. While for to be coy was but a folly, let us be wed. What says your Molly? Molly replied with smiles like Venus, but there's still something there between us. Wary of cups of china metal, canister milk, pot stand and kettle. Well, I've got kits and bowls and dishes, not to supply me wants and wishes. A 3-footed pot, good brass kettle, Molly would mean, yeah, by chin of metal. Well, I've got cows to milk and fodder, full of goods, one kind or other. I'll thresh in my barn, you'll sit the spin, and Molly, I think it's a good beginning. Not rise to wash a linen, nor will I sit that I will spin in. I'll lie in my bed till it's 11, says Harry O'Grant. Me patience can't heaven. Well, I've got kits and bowls and dishes, not to supply me wants and wishes. So I'll go to Marjorie, way down in the valley, make her me wife, so fairly well Molly. When Molly she saw her love was losing, sweetest of words she then caressed him. Oh, I did deny you, only to try you, turn your way back, I'll never deny you.